Welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new, make sure you subscribe, that way you'll never miss out on another video. Today's aesthetic for me, it's right up my alley. I love red roses, and this company right here, Rose Forever, contacted me and asked if I would be interested in sharing their rose bouquets on my channel. And I was like, yes, because I have an idea. Let me share with you guys a few love spells that you can do, or how to just amplify and enhance your rose bouquets at home, whether you're giving it away or whether you're keeping it for yourself. So I'm going to share with you guys 7 spells, rituals, whatever you want to call it, that you can do at home, and let's get into it. A little about this bouquet before we get started. It's so romantic, it's so beautiful, and they smell like fresh roses. They are real roses and they last 1 year. They look extremely fresh, like you can see, and they smell so freaking good, you guys. Now, this is from Rose Forever, New York, and they sent me these. They have every other color. They have other kinds of designs. It's so pretty, but I decided for the red one because I thought you guys would be so interested in love spells with red roses, right? Now, they only use natural oils to preserve the roses, and the bouquets are handcrafted by professional rose artisans. Now, after I share with you guys my love spells and rituals using bouquets of red roses, you may be interested in this. So I do have a coupon code for you, and it's $15 off. And the code is down below for anybody that's interested. So I have here my notes. I have 7 different spells that I can share with you today using bouquets and red roses. So the first thing that I do want to mention before I start talking is love. When I talk about love spells, I'm not just talking about love spells regarding couples. I'm talking about a love spell on yourself, for yourself as well. In fact, before doing a love spell on someone else, I always say, do it on yourself first. Think about it. You spend the most time in the world with yourself. You wake up with yourself. You talk to yourself all day long. You look at the mirror the first thing in the morning, you see yourself. You look at the mirror last thing before you go to sleep, you see yourself. The last voices that you hear before you go to sleep are your own. First voices you hear in the morning are your own. Why not fall in love with that first? You have to conjure love in that relationship with yourself before you can invoke any type of love in any type of relationship with anyone else. And that is what I live by. The first thing I want to show you is how to use a petition inside of your bouquet. So what you're going to need is a brown paper bag. If you have one, anyone, this is actually from Wingstop that I had a few days ago. So just use what you have, okay? Now, I'm not going to use this whole thing. I'm just going to use a little portion of it because remember, I want this to be very small. We're trying to be a little discreet. Maybe a lot of you have messaged me that you know, try to be discreet and stuff. But if your partner doesn't care, then they don't care, you know? For me, I'm blessed that I don't have to do that, so I can just stick it right in. But I understand what a lot of you guys are saying because I've been there too. So what you're gonna do is write your partner's name, right? And their date of birth on there. You see that? Partner's name and date of birth. And then you're gonna write your name on top, first, middle, and last for both, okay? And your birth date on top of that. This is for couples. If you're doing this for self-love, then you write your own full name. Your full name and your date of birth on this paper, okay? The next thing you want to do is you want to take an oil. You can take an intention oil. If you have one of my oils, you can use that. If you have your own, if you don't have anything, use coconut, olive, grapeseed, any oil will do, okay? I'm using my VUM oil. This is for your sacral chakra, for sexual energy, sexual healing. And what you're gonna do is put a drop of oil in each 4 corner like that, and one in the middle for spirit, your spirit, or the spirit of the relationship that you're doing this on. You're gonna let that sit there for a little bit, let it kind of soak in. You could do this before you do the oil or after you do the oil, but you want to make a Venus symbol on your petition. Now, Venus is the planet of love and beauty and prosperity. It's for attraction, and it's a planet to invoke romance and love. And so that's what we're doing. Any like Venus weakness that we may have in our own chart, you know, that's why we're putting this symbol on here, to please Venus energy. So then after you're done with that, what you're going to do is take the paper and you're going to roll it towards you. It's okay if the oil gets like all over. You roll it towards you. And then you kind of cover the whole thing with oils. You put your petition into it, like your intention, you speak over it, whatever you need to say and command and conjure, whatever you want to do. And then what you do is you take it in a corner of the bouquet and you're going to stick it in there. See an opening right there, right? So if you want it to be a little bit private, you just kind of stick it in there. What I like about this is there is a little bit of space for you to kind of work with. And then I just put it in there, I cover it up a little bit, and you can't even see it. The next spell that I want to share with you is another really good one where, like, if you're trying to be discreet. So you're gonna need bay leaves. I have here bay leaves that I sell on my shop if you guys are interested, but any bay leaf will work. If it's broken, it's fine. And what you're gonna do is write your partner's name and their date of birth. Then you're gonna write your name and your date of birth right over top of that. Now, if you want to, you could write your intention on here, which you could write love, romance, passion, you know, sexual healing, communication healing, whatever the case is. And you burn this. I'm not gonna burn this because I don't wanna burn something that doesn't really have an intention on it. It just says your partner's name and your name, so I'm not gonna burn it. But you burn it and then you take the ash and you kind of just rub it, dab it on like the little areas. You could push them a little bit in and dab them. You could dab them underneath the box, 4 corners and one in the middle underneath the box. You know, you could dab them on the roses. What this does is protects your intention from evil eye, and it also it's the ash of your intention, and it's discreet, and you can do that. So the second way is you could use bay leaves. The next thing I want to share with you is one of my personal favorites, just because you guys know I love working with herbs, powders, oils, and so this really excites me. So what you're going to do is take your rose bouquet and you're going to add either 1 or 2 or either one of these ingredients in there, because it amplifies love, attraction, passion, lust, intimacy. It's very good, high vibrations too. So the first one right here that we have is powdered cinnamon. And the second one that we have right here is powdered cardamom. Cardamom is really good for sexual energy, lustful energy, and cinnamon is really good for passion, attraction, just really good vibes and protection too. If you guys get them from Rose Forever, you don't really want to mess with it too much, but I'm just gonna take a little tiny bit and just sprinkle that all over my roses. And then a little tiny bit of my cardamom powder. I'm gonna sprinkle it all over my roses. Now keep in mind, my ingredients are charged by me already. So before you put your ingredients into your work, you want to always give it an intention, awaken it, teach it what it needs to do, awaken what it needs to do, and then you put it in. The next thing I wanna share with you is that if you guys have a love altar, which I highly recommend everybody have at least a love altar, you know, and love altar is basically where you could just, it's a place, it's a sacred space for the energy of your love, whether it's self-love, relationship, you know, whatever. Remember, altars are our own creations. So a love altar would just be whatever love means to you, and then you can go there to reset love energy or to work on love energy, or if you need to like whatever, you know, love altars are very beneficial. So keep this on your love altar, and you can also leave it as an offering on your love altar. So what I would do is I would keep it on my love altar. I have Lakshmi Vishnu here, and incense, red rose incense. So I would light an incense around this and my statue every morning to invoke that energy. Maybe ring a bell around it to just waken that energy up inside of my house, spread that vibration inside of my house. So love altars are really good, and keeping bouquets of flowers on your love altar, it's so magical because you can work on it, you can add to it, you can let it dry, and then you could use it. It gets filled and charged with your intention, and it's really beautiful. The next thing I want to talk about is if you've prepped your bouquet already and you have your herbs in there, your petition, whatever, however you wanted to prep it, then every single Friday you want to work on it, charge it, renew it, whatever you want to do. So Fridays are the days of Venus, and that means Fridays are the days of love and beauty and attraction and lust and passion. All of these energies are very closely related to Venus. So Fridays are your day. Light your candles, incense, light them near it to amplify your work that you've already done in here, that you've already put in here. And you can work this up to a year, because if you get it from Rose Forever, because these last a year. So, I mean, even a regular bouquet, you can still leave it on your altar, but as soon as it starts to dry up, make sure that you remove it. You don't want to necessarily keep dry stuff on the altar. Okay, the last way is something that is really good for healing and self-love and self-care. So if you are having a hard time with self-love, self-care, maybe letting go of something, maybe healing something, then get yourself some roses. And then what you're going to do is take a brown paper, okay? And you're going to put your name on this paper, your full name, first, middle, last, and your date of birth. And then what you're going to do is, if you want to, you could put a little bit of your hair in there too. But the next thing you're going to do is put some kind of a oil in here. So currently in my life right now, I'm doing a lot of sexual healing. So that's why I'm gravitating towards my sacral oil. So what I'm going to do again, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 in the middle for spirit. 4 corners, because I like to think of it as north, south, east, west, and also fire, water, air, and earth. And I like to acknowledge those when I'm doing work like this. So that's why I do 5. 1 for spirit. And then the next thing you're going to do is you're going to roll this towards you, and you're going to put it in your bouquet. I know this is very similar to number 1, but there's an extra step that you're going to do to this one. So what you're going to do is, of course, roll it towards you, speak your intentions into it, and you're going to stick it into your bouquet, right? Now what you're going to do is you're going to take some honey. I don't know how old this is. I need to throw this away. It's really gross, but I just wanted to share with you guys. Honey, you're gonna dab some honey on your tongue. If you don't have honey, use sugar. Dab something sweet on your tongue and speak over your roses. While you speak, I want you to notice your breath hitting the roses softly. The roses should feel your breath when you're speaking. That's your life force, and you are activating this life force too, in a way. Talk about yourself in third person. So you're going to talk to the rose, and you're going to talk about this person right here. Teach her to heal. Teach her to let go. Help her let go. What do you want? Like, help her love her body. Whatever else you want to heal within yourself, to invoke within yourself. Speak your life force into this. And this is going to be something you're going to keep and work for 1 year. And when it's dry, when it's done, you can use the petals. It just becomes so magical. You can use it in love spells, self-care spells, potpourri. You could throw it in your yard, sprinkle it around, make a rinse out of it. So much you could do. Last thing I want to share with you on how to use a rose bouquet is to offer it to the goddesses that you work with. In my case, I would be offering it to Kali or Lakshmi, and you just offer it to them from your heart, and you tell them what you need, tell them what you want, and you thank them for everything that they have already given you. Offerings open up a channel between you and the deity or the energy that you're working with. So roses are a very high vibration, very positive vibration, and they're also protective. So what a beautiful way to open up that channel. Those are 7 things that you could do to amplify and enhance the energy of your red roses or your red rose bouquet. I really like the Rose Forever one because it lasts a year. So the scent and the freshness is still there for a year. Now, what does that mean? What power is in there? It keeps your spell and your work and your ritual lasting just like that for 1 year, just with the roses. Just like the roses do. So you can really work this to your advantage. And if you guys are not in a relationship, do it for yourself. Because I'm doing this for myself first and foremost. I just think, look at it. Your spirit deserves it, right? I do want to get the black one. I want the black one so bad. But yeah, use my code. Go have fun with it. Let me know what you do with it. Tag me if you want to show me. And I will talk to you guys really, really soon. Bye.